my freaking intro was, I gotta get better at this thing. Anyways, freaking rookie. Oh, hopefully I can like get it on there or something. Let's refresh this. My goodness. It's number 3, guys. Number 3 of the live stream. Typically, I pre-record these and just upload them to YouTube, but not today. And I hope that it's working now that I've hit record. But anyways, great quote by Rothschild. I don't even know if I spelled that right. There you go. Let me issue and control a nation's money, and I care not who writes the laws. So the people who print the money are the ones that are writing the laws. And you know that old saying, you know, he who has the gold makes the rules. Jake, what's up, brother? Oh, dude, sorry, man. I owe you one. Again, guys, I hope I didn't screw it up. Go ahead and type in live, type in hi, type in something. I hit the record button, and now I hope that my stream didn't get all weird. I gotta check on this too. Gosh, I'm a rookie, guys. It's my 3rd live. Just trying to get better. You know, I got nothing to do during this virus except for, okay, good. It is still working. It is still working. I got 6 people watching that don't want to say anything. But anyways, you know, that's what's really going on. That's what I really am paying attention to, is the economy and the economic effects of this whole pandemic. Like, that's what's going to kill more people than the virus. You know, people, the worst case scenario, if there was total civil unrest, you know, if the dollar collapses, as we talked about yesterday, on 4/20, oil went negative $50, which was the decoupling or the end of the Petro Dollar. So if there was a total worldwide economic collapse, if the dollar completely collapsed, we don't know what that looks like. Nobody living knows what that looks like. And that is going to create a period of darkness, I believe, I foresee. And it's been talked about, you know, in multiple religious books even, this time that's going on. And so I see that it's a very interesting time to be alive. And we'll see what happens long term. All right, good. All right. We're getting some action on the live. Sorry, this is number 3 live. I hit record, had a sweet intro. Didn't hit record. Freaking rookie. Anyways, let's hop into the charts. I hope everybody's having a great day today. But before we get in, if you're new to Bitcoin, if you're new to cryptocurrency, if you've heard of Bitcoin and you're curious and you want to learn more, go ahead and check out my website, galactictrust.com. Since 2017, I have made it my mission in life to educate people not only about this technology that is revolutionizing the world, but also the investment opportunity that comes along with it. It's hot in San Francisco, you know. I got the sun coming up behind me, and it's hot in here. So go ahead and check out my website. You can also grab a copy of my free book, Crypto Investor Secrets: How to Capitalize on the Greatest Investment Opportunity in History. You can get that for free at cryptoinvestorsecrets.com. Crypto markets, Bitcoin up 3.4% in the last 24 hours. Right now we're sitting at about $7,100. Ethereum up 7% at $182. And rounding out the top 3 cryptocurrencies is XRP, up 1.9% at 18 cents. Jumping into the charts, Bitcoin, again, you can see I drew this line today. This is a support line. So you can see, I mean, we've utilized this line as support back here at the beginning of the year, even the end of last year, all the way going back to November. So this is a familiar support, security line, let's call it. Boom, panic, sell off, blah, blah, blah. Hope some of you guys got in down here or even on the way up. But, and again, here's the thing about me. I'm not really a chart person. I just use this to see the momentum. Where is the economic energy going? Let me give you an example. The best example would be oil. Okay, this is a weekly chart. Since 1999, we're in a bull run for oil. You know, just making higher highs, lower highs, all the way up. And now, I mean, it's real simple to see. I'm not a day trader. I'm a long-term fundamental investor. And that's what I try to teach people. Investing is very simple. Buy low, sell high. It really is that easy. So looking at the Bitcoin weekly chart, okay, here's where I got in, okay, back in, mid 2016, boom, wrong color, but anyways, we had just a freaking run here. It doesn't work twice, whatever. You can see it, the energy. This is 2016, 2017. Boom, 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 hit that high in 2017. And now the energy's coming down. It's flat though, as you can see, because we can pull this all the way back down to even here. We were seeing support even back in June, July, August of 2018. Again, that 7,000 is it's a critical support line. And then you could see this recent dip. Again, you want to buy low and sell high. Now I'm looking 2 to 5 years from now. So I believe that by 2025, Bitcoin will be 1,000 times greater than it is today, price-wise, 1,000 times greater. In fact, all three of these, 1,000 times this price. So just get on your phone and use a calculator. And again, you can go to my website, on my book. When you sign up for the book, you get a free video series where I explain, and I use documentaries. I use very, valid and respected individuals who they are supporting this case for $1 million per Bitcoin price. Especially when you've got the oil just crashed, the dollar. I mean, the dollar's days are numbered. Period. How many days left? I couldn't tell you. But Bitcoin price shoots for 7,000 as analysts' eyes new key target for bulls. The longer markets can stay above 6,800, the better. Flib argues, Flib, with 7,200 a necessary zone to recapture. Data from Coin360 and Cointelegraph markets showed a stronger 24 hours for Bitcoin USD pairing, on which Tuesday averted heavy losses to a bounce of 6,800. Chaos in oil, man, they got a lot of typos at old Cointelegraph. Chaos in oil markets had accompanied Bitcoin's slide from near 7,200, an area plagued by heavy resistance. So again, to get above it, you have to break the resistance. Let's see if anybody wants to talk to me. What's up, Neil? What is up, everybody? Thanks for you 6 people watching the show right now. I really appreciate it. I don't know if anybody's watching on YouTube. Let's log in and see. If there's anything you guys ever want to talk about, great. Well, we're only live on Facebook. One day I'm going to get this. I promise. Probably when I get home, I stop traveling, you know. I'm in San Francisco today. I was in St. Martin yesterday. I was in outer space earlier this week. So it's been a busy week, guys. It's been a busy week. Moving on to Ethereum. Again, real flat. $182 per coin. Analyst predicts Ethereum 2.0 staking will trigger a bull run. So if you don't know what staking is, it's simply depositing your coins on the network and getting paid interest for doing so. I mean, this DeFi, decentralized finance, this is the future of money. I mean, here's a program that I've been testing for almost 2 years now. I mean, it fluctuates, but right now the earning rate's 5.18% APR. I mean, you're definitely not getting that in a bank. So if you got cash and you ever get curious on where to put it, consider cryptocurrency. With the first phases of Ethereum 2.0 due to launch within months, some analysts and experts believe it could trigger a major bull run and transform finance as we know it. Adam Cochran, a partner at Metacartel Ventures DAO, decentralized autonomous organization, a strategy developer at DuckDuckGo, has laid out several arguments for why Ethereum 2.0 could prove to be the largest economic shift in society. That is a bold statement. While that may be wishful thinking, he's on firmer ground when he suggests that staking could drive Ether supply shock. Cochran believes that dependable staking rewards of 3 to 5% will attract capital from large investors until around 30% of the total supply is locked up. ETH's forthcoming burn mechanism will contribute to the diminishing supply on markets. So that's very interesting. And again, it goes back to supply and demand, because with those dollars, with this stuff, there's no limit. There's no fixed supply. I mean, they're printing trillions now, trillions. $1 trillion is unfathomable. It's an unfathomable, it's inconceivable to people how big of an amount $1 trillion is. And they're talking about another couple $1 trillion stimulus this week. Whereas with crypto, all fixed supply. So we're going back to the fundamentals of economics, supply and demand. XRP, again, flat. They're all flat. Nothing really exciting, But this is exciting. Ripple files lawsuit against YouTube. Enough is enough. Ripple Labs and its CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, have filed a lawsuit against YouTube for its alleged complicity? Complying, I'm sure. I don't know. In a spate of repeated XRP giveaway scams. Sorry, guys. I'll practice my reading. Ripple Labs filed a lawsuit against YouTube LLC in the Northern District of California on Tuesday, April 21st. The case seeks damages for YouTube's failure to stop XRP scammers and impersonators. The plaintiffs, named as Ripple Labs and its CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, are taking action against YouTube to prompt an industry-wide behavior change and set the expectation of accountability, according to an official company blog post. Interesting. Ripple and Garlinghouse say the scam, often referred to as the XRP giveaway, has already defrauded victims of millions of XRP, valued at hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, man, it's interesting stuff. And there's another objective I get all the time, from people that are hesitant to get into digital assets or the scams. And there's a lot of scams that have unfolded in this space. There's a lot of scams that are still unfolding with cash, Risk and reward. This is also a new emerging asset class. So you're going to have high volatility until the volume comes in to minimize the volatility. You're going to have, when it's the Wild West, you're going to have a lot of people taking advantage of other people. That's how any and all markets go. It happens in cash right now. They violate laws of conservation of energy when they interject that much into the system. 100%. A fixed amount keeps conservation of energy intact. Economic energy shouldn't be created or destroyed, only transformed. Man, great comment, Cody. That is 100% right. And I'm sure that you're down with this type of lingo, you know, is humanity. Humanity has gotten so far away from nature, and for lack of better words, God. And now you can see that it's happening even more so, that now when you go to the grocery store, it's full of fear, where they want us to be afraid of each other. They want us to distrust each other, divide and conquer. And to be honest with you, I think it's because they're scared. They are losing control. In fact, man, my good friend Sean Logan posted a video, I'll link it in the comments, talking about how their plan, it's backfiring now. All the manipulation and fear that they're promoting and they're sending out into the world is now, it's backfiring on them now. Because now that people are locked up in their homes, they're being what we call red pilled, like the Matrix. They're now watching these documentaries like Zeitgeist. If you haven't watched Zeitgeist, you got to check out the Zeitgeist. If you haven't watched these documentaries, that's just giving facts, it's just giving data. You have to use your discernment, because you have the freedom to decide what's true and what's false for you. For me, I believe that the media is using propaganda to create fear and panic. I believe that. I'm not trying to force it down your throat, but it's interesting world that we live in. And it's changing faster and faster and faster. And my theory is we're seeing one system dissolve away. And that system is a manifestation of the consciousness of scarcity. And we're watching a new system emerge, a system based on abundance. And the byproduct of abundance is cooperation, it's peace, it's harmony. And these systems, these two new technologies are harboring that new consciousness. They're bringing in that new consciousness. The power is being taken away from central organizations and it's giving back to the individual. And what I see is they're going to push their fear, they're going to push their panic, they're going to push their agenda to the point where it totally backfires and the people revolt. And that's what's happening right now. People are starting to revolt. They're being pushed, their freedoms are being taken, their liberties are being taken. And they're being pushed, and there's always comes a time when they're pushed too far, and then they revolt. And we haven't seen a revolution in America since 1776. So it'll be interesting to see how everything unfolds. Moving forward to the stock market, Dow Industrial Average, still everything's just real flat today, guys. Nothing super exciting. Just enjoying me talk to myself and my two viewers, enjoying a cup of coffee and enjoying some time away from these little boys. We got like 5 little boys upstairs under the age of 10. And they are crazy, crazy kids. Okay, oil comeback accelerates. Futures now up more than 20%. Dow Jones more than 300 points, up more than 300 points as oil stages sharp turnaround after record plunge. Well, let's look right into that. Because I'll tell you what, looking at this chart, this weekly chart since 1999, actually going back farther, I mean, I do not see what they are talking about. I mean, does this look like a sharp correction? Does this look like a rally to you? This does not look like a rally to me. This looks like things are hitting the fan when it comes to oil. And more importantly, when it comes to the petrodollar. The petrodollar, my friends, the end of the petrodollar. So I don't know what they're talking about. They're trying to make you feel safe and secure. The oil ETF trying to avoid imploding on retail investors attempts another trick with reverse split. Massive layoffs are likely coming to state and local governments as federal aid goes elsewhere. Fannie and Freddie will now buy loans in mortgage bailout program, a bid to loosen lending. Oh man, this is live digital twins are revolutionizing. I don't know what that means. Trump says U.S. will destroy Iranian gunboats that harass American ships. Oh, interesting. Oh boy. Geez, there's just a plot. It's just all over the place. Okay, we already talked about oil. Crazy stuff. Let's see where, oh, nice. Gold, nice rebound over yesterday. Where were we at yesterday? It would have been nice to get some gold at 1650. But I mean, gold's a great price now. I was just talking to one of my clients, good friend, Dustin Crawford, usually on the show. Not today. Dustin works on the oil fields. I think he's in Wyoming right now. Man, I'll tell you what, he is on the front lines. He's working in the oil fields. Working in the oil fields. He's on the front lines. We were talking yesterday, you know, and I told him, yeah, I believe that everybody, you should have 1 ounce of gold. Should have a gold coin. You should have some silver, you know, anywhere from 1 ounce to 1,000 ounces or more. And you should definitely have some digital assets along with your 401k, your mutual fund, your IRA. You know, I don't sell those things and I wouldn't invest in them right now, but I'm not telling you not to. I used to tell, there will come a day when there's a run on investment accounts. And I hope when that day comes, you can get your money out. And that day is coming real soon. Silver sitting at $14. Gosh, I love silver, but it's not doing anything. And it hasn't been doing anything for a while. Goldsilver.com. If you haven't yet, I say this every time because I love Mike so much. Guy changed my life. Go get his book. It's free. In Guide to Investing in Gold and Silver, gold rises as oil slump adds to global growth woes. How bad might it get? Let's see how bad this person. Oh, this is Yahoo. Okay, Bloomberg opinion as the economic carnage from the coronavirus pandemic continues, a long forbidden word is starting to creep into people's lips: depression. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, there was no commonly accepted word for a slowdown in the economy. Panic was the term typically used for financial crises, while long slumps were commonly called depressions. Presidents such as James Monroe and Calvin Coolidge used the D word to describe downturns during their administrations. There was even a slump in the 1870s that many referred to as the Great Depression at that time. Interesting how time repeats and we use the same words over time. I'm not going to read that whole article, though. You can go check that out in the link. My reading, you guys are probably laughing at my reading right now. Hi to the 2 other people watching the live stream right now. Hope you're doing well during these crazy times. Hope you're safe. Hope you're healthy. We're just talking about all sorts of things. Man, I saw this news story today. This is real interesting. And again, I'm into some real woo-woo stuff. Real woo-woo. Like, I believe that we're in a video game. I believe we're living in a holographic universe, 100%. And I believe that the world as it's manifested, it's literally a reflection of the collective. And again, I believe that we are coming out of a long cycle of a consciousness of scarcity, where our consciousness, there's not enough. God didn't create enough. There's not enough food, not enough water, not enough resources, not enough supplies. And the byproduct of scarcity is greed, corruption, manipulation, hoarding, competition. I believe we are evolving into a new consciousness, a consciousness of abundance. There's more than enough. There's more than enough food in America. We throw away enough food every year in America that we could eradicate hunger right now today. So it's not a matter of resource, It's a matter of consciousness. And I believe that people are waking up. I believe the consciousness is changing. And I believe that the old consciousness is fighting its last fight. And I don't think we've seen the last of it yet, but we can see that I believe we are evolving out of a dystopia into a utopia. And this story shows that the consciousness can and is changing. Pyongyang reportedly on lockdown as Trump admits we don't know what's going on with Kim Jong-un. Months ago, as the novel coronavirus was still barreling across China during the early days of the outbreak, we reported on rumors about an outbreak inside North Korea. The regime has gone to great lengths to suppress any and all information about how quickly the virus is spreading within North Korea's borders. Only a handful of stories, including a horrifying rumor about the country executing a quarantine violator with an anti-aircraft gun based on little more than rumor, managed to trickle out. Man, that's a long intro. Let's get right to the meat. Where's the meat at? Because I read that Kim Jong-un recently had surgery, and it wasn't clear, and he wasn't doing well after the surgery. So remember, Kim Jong-un and Kim Jong-il, who was his father and the previous dictator of North Korea, they literally say that they are God, that they are the physical manifestation of God, and people believe that. You can see this is how a totalitarian dictatorship where you have no right to free thinking. So now if this guy dies and he doesn't have any children, that could shatter the paradigm of North Korea. And it would be interesting that would really be an interesting, little side story that happens during this whole ascension that we're going through. Don't you think? So I'm watching these things. Again, I'm into weird stuff. So I see the world differently than many people. I see everything's getting better. Everything's getting better. And now all the stuff you see on Facebook, especially what I see on Facebook, I should say, a lot of division. And the division is just the resisting of the perfect unfoldment of the reality that we live in. Everything is unfolding more perfectly than our ego minds could ever conceptualize. Ever. We're clouded by fear. We're clouded by worry. We're clouded by anxiety. We're clouded by all the crap floating in our minds. The infinite, call it what you want, it's unfolding perfectly. So this whole virus pandemic thing, it's perfect. Crash of the money system, that's perfect. Everything is and always is perfect, perfectly unfolding. It's we that are attached to things. And when you are attached to things, things being like they have been, things as they used to be, when you're attached to them, you suffer. Because when things change, and that's the only constant you can count on in the universe, is change. Infinite, never-ending change. What's here today will be gone tomorrow. Get used to it. People die every day from all sorts of things, and I'm not trying to downplay what's going on in the world today, but it happens. There's people are dying all the time, so I don't mean to sound insensitive, but that's just really how it is. All right, guys, Let's get, all right, cool, buddy. I'm glad that Cody can handle it. Nice, bro. I'm glad that you can handle it. Because that's really, you know, it's all going to be all right. You know, 5 years from now, we'll look back and if it gets really weird, if it gets really crazy and there is civil unrest, there is civil war, there are people killing each other in the streets for food. And because we get to, our egos get stripped away. I was just talking to my good friend yesterday on a hike. We went on a hike. That's going to trigger some people. We went on a hike and we were talking about these things, and we were like shoulder to shoulder, not 6 feet away. And we were talking, we're talking about all this stuff. And now I've lost my train of thought. Well, anyways, guys, then moving on to round out the show. It's a crazy show, right? MTI Mirror Trading, their servers are being upgraded right now. But I did just see an update that, man, we did like 0.7% yesterday. So, man, there's another thing I teach all my clients when it comes to crypto. I mean, man, we're getting upwards of 1% return on investment every day. So upwards of 1%. So if you had $10,000 in the account, that's $100 a day. That's $3,000 per month. Without doing anything while you're sleeping. I have apps on my phone I've been testing where, man, I mean, upwards of 7.25% paid out weekly on your crypto deposits. This is the future of money. This is the future investing. This is the future of finance. I'm just here to try to wake people up. Because, you know, my old saying is, you know, either you get in now and you potentially make a fortune in the long run. Here's my disclaimer. This isn't get rich quick or fly by night or anything like that. Remember, 2025, that's 5 years from now. The past 2 years during this bear market has been absolute hell. So we might go through hell to get to that end result. But you either get in now and make a fortune, or you get in when everybody else does, and your life really doesn't change. So I hope on this channel to wake people up, to the new reality. Things are changing faster. We're evolving into a whole new world, and it's happening faster. So you better just sit down, hold on tight, buckle in, because it's happening whether you want it or not. Change is happening whether you want it or not. And it's up to you. You have complete free agency to decide how you see it. I see it as it's only getting better. I hope that you do the same. Hope you have a great day. Whatever today is, Wednesday, April 22nd. I'll see you tomorrow.